very hard to kind of reconcile what I'd been born and raised to believe, you know, about Christianity and what I truly have found for myself.
Everybody was in a band, absolutely everybody, except for me.
All 3 projectile vomiting, 102 fever, but strangely enough, all I have right now is a stuffy nose.
Yeah, well,
Welcome to the show your mother warned you about. For the Boys with Steve and Gary. Buckle up. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it.
You know, I look... Hey, we started the show. Pay attention.
I'm wrapped up in my microphone.
Yeah, you're wrapped up in yourself, as usual. You know, I always look at you just before the show starts, and I noticed that, like, he looks at me thinking, oh, God, what the hell is he going to open the show with tonight?
Well, there has been a precedent set.
I'm saying, and it's become a topic of discussion in pre-production.
But people watching the show won't know, because when we take it into editing, we always hack it out. That's like the first thing that goes is whatever you lead with on the show. It's just always gone.
Except tonight, I'm gonna
Always.
Welcome to For the Boys, by the way. My name is Steve Elliot. Big mouth over there. Ex-boyfriend, co-host. Good evening, Gary Green.
Hey.
Sir, is that what I usually say? Now,
You guys can applaud. Thank you.
We do have big studio audience. Twickles is over there at camera 3. We got, speaking of guests, I was taking my cue, glancing around the studio before the show started. Have you noticed that, like, as the shows progress, the guests seem to get hotter? And I'm talking, of course, about personality hotter, not the physical, because the physical has nothing to do with being gay at all.
I mean, once we started with that no fat person rule, everything got wonderful.
Steve?
It was so
Yes,
much nicer.
Question,
Yes.
have the shows really progressed?
Oh, they've totally progressed.
After 150 shows,
You
yeah,
would know
remember
because
the
we've
show.
only invited you to 2 of them.
All right. I guess I just haven't noticed yet, that's all.
That is Twickles on 3. Yes, sir.
3 hotties tonight.
Yes.
Two newbies. We got Twickles here, who's an old pro, and we've got JD coming out. Don't start me on that, but I have an age thing. We have JD coming up, and then we have another guest, and we haven't decided what to call him yet. We're gonna bring that up. We're actually gonna let him
I
decide
know what
that
I'm gonna
later
call
on.
him.
If you're out there watching us, you can check us out at www.fortheboys.tv. Chat room is open, and we're happy to see you. We're talking about age, and it was my responsibility to bring vodka tonight for the green room for the guests.
Yeah. The one responsibility he had tonight, he walks in the door, he says, I forgot the vodka.
Wait, but Joe, before we got to the studio, you were outside talking to your neighbor next door. And I
Yes.
went outside specifically while you were talking to your neighbor so that he would hear me say to you,
Oh, that
I
neighbor.
forgot the vodka.
The hot Asian neighbor?
No,
I've got-
his next door neighbor, and the reason that I said that is because your next door neighbor's a drunk, and I thought that maybe he'd have some vodka, and then he would just let us have it, and then I wouldn't have to go to the liquor
You know
store
what
to
is
get
really
vodka.
funny is that when
It
you
didn't
said
work.
that and he was standing there, I kind of thought about asking him to borrow some vodka.
I was just hoping he'd get
Too.
Oh, we don't have any vodka.
You know, I got into quick.
If only we had some vodka.
Quick
Things
story
would be
about
so
that.
great without
This
vodka.
guy, he's a gay retired high school teacher, taught sociology, all right? So he tells me he's having all these, before he retired, right? He went to the therapist because he was like depressed and this and that. And
Are
the
you
therapist,
giving up the knocks on your neighbor? This
Yeah.
is personal neighbor business,
I don't
man.
think he's going to see it.
Yeah,
but,
what's his name?
Larry.
Steve? Larry,
I won't
okay.
give the last
All right, go
name.
ahead. So what happened with
So
Larry?
he's like,
he
so
went
he
to
goes,
therapy.
he
He's
goes
having
to-
problems.
No, he does.
He's
so,
having
so
issues.
the therapist,
Who's
you know,
not?
recommended an antidepressant, of course, you know, and you know, Larry asked like, well, are there any side effects? Anything I need to, you know, to be cautious? And the doctor said, well, you know, you can't drink alcohol. And Larry goes, he says to me, he looks at the doctor, he goes, I teach high school. Are you fucking kidding me? Swear to God.
Well, he's a really nice guy.
Oh, he's
but-
totally
But he didn't
cool,
give
and
me any vodka.
No, he didn't.
So I had to get in the store, and this is where the age thing comes in, because I
so
went
yes,
down to
there's
the
a
Korean.
point.
I went down to the Korean liquor store right around here, and there's, you know, behind the wall of bulletproof glass, is the little Korean woman, right? And I go and I tell her what vodka I want, and she goes, "Can I see ID?" And I pull out my ID and I show it to her, and I swear I'm not trying to boast. She looks at it and she goes, "No, you kidding me? You kidding me? You're not this old? You're not this old?" I'm like, yeah, I am. And I'm not gonna say how old I am, but she's like, "I think you may be like 24." And I said to her, well, God bless you. And she said, "No, God bless you."
You know, that's fun. It's amazing. She said 24, which is 6 years younger, and you are in
Then
real life 6
6
years
years
younger than
younger
I
than
am.
what?
Wait, and I was carded I was carded the other night at Motherload, and the guys, I gave him ID. He's like,
They're just being polite. They want to get into your pants.
no, trust me. He had a look of shock on his face. I said, well, how old did you think I was? He's like, 30, which is exactly the 6-year difference. So I guess we're proportionately, aging like that.
You think
but
so?
6 years behind. Yes, good genetics, right?
Of course, we're talking dog years.
I know.